would you say it's a case of missed chances at the set piece that hampered you guys? You were totally in control for that first 35 minutes of the game?
Yeah, it's definitely an area of the game that we probably, when we look back at, we'll look at backwards with some regret. Didn't quite exit our end in the second half as well as we did in the first. I thought in the first half we controlled the game really well, played some really good rugby and showed some really good signs of improvement from probably last week.
Was it the case that you feel like should be further ahead at half time given the...
Yeah, well, like obviously the Stormers missed a couple of kicks, we missed a couple of kicks, but we definitely had a couple of opportunities that we probably didn't quite take. And I suppose 7-0, 7 up at half time was, 7 points ahead was probably a reasonable reflection. I thought both teams probably should have scored a few more points rather than being 7-0,
And then what happens in that second half? I mean, obviously Stormers got up better than that in the first half.
We got a bit more ball, and I thought there's a couple of calls, sort of 50-50 calls that went their way, and sometimes that will happen when you're at home. They then got into their game and got into a bit more flow, start moving the ball to the width, and causes a fair bit of trouble in those areas. From our end, they pinned us back in our corners, and we didn't get out of our corners well enough. You know what I mean? And ultimately, that's probably what cost us the game.
It was, I think we all enjoyed the scrum battle with Stephen Kitsoff coming back home. There was a moment there just before he came off when he went to the bench and asked for one more.
Yeah.
Were you tempted?
I didn't actually see that, but Steve done really well. Steve's been a really good guy in our environment. I feel for him coming home, and he would have loved to have got a win, I'm sure. But he's been great. I'm only in the place 2 weeks, so I've only known him that amount of time. So he's been a great guy for Ulster over my time, which is 2 weeks. So I've really enjoyed working with him.
Richie, overall the tour, positives, negatives, obviously the 2 losses, but how do you assess it?
You come to South Africa, you know it's going to be really tough. Go away with 1 point is probably disappointing. Probably would have expected to get a little bit more than that. I thought our players were brilliant tonight. I thought their work rate, their hunger, their ability to work back, cover each other's backsides was incredible. So I was really happy with that part of our game. Just probably our accuracy at the top level just probably wasn't quite where it needed to be. So it's something that we can work on, and we've still, I think it's 5 games left in the league. So we're in the mix, and we can still make this top 8.
Sorry. And shifting focus for next week,
Montpellier away is an interesting place to go. Another very tough, hostile place. So we'll deal with that. We'll get home, leave fly here tomorrow, home on Monday morning. We give the guys a couple of days off and bring them back in on Wednesday. It's a Sunday game, so it gives us a little bit more time, which is great. I suppose our focus will, very much shift towards trying to get through and get into that sort of quarter-final, which would be a fantastic achievement. Another similar test, big physical team, want to play a little bit as well, especially at home. The home record is very strong over the last 5-6 games. So it's another massive test for us. We haven't got an easy run over the last couple of weeks.
Good.
Happy.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers. Thank you.